Leaders from the Great Lakes region are taking proactive measures to address the recent surge of violence in the Democratic Republic of Congo, leveraging the opportunity presented by the African Union Summit in Ethiopia this weekend. President João of Angola, who spearheads the Luanda process, a diplomatic initiative aimed at fostering dialogue between Rwanda and the DRC, has orchestrated a sideline gathering. This meeting convenes leaders from the International Conference on the Great Lakes region, a key regional forum dedicated to advancing peace and stability in the Congo ahead of the 37th Ordinary Session of the African Union. DRC President Felix has arrived in Addis Ababa, marking his first significant diplomatic engagement abroad since his re-election in December. According to a statement from his office, President Tshisekedi is scheduled to engage with leaders from both the Great Lakes region and East Africa, focusing on the ongoing conflict in the DR Congo and broader security concern in the region. Yeah, Africans are putting on the big man pants. Africans are being more proactive. African leaders are looking at the problem and are brainstorming on a possible solution. That is what I have always said. And let me say this one more time. No one will take you seriously until you start taking yourself seriously. No one would give you the respect until you start doing things that deserve people to respect you. No one will appreciate you unless you do things that deserve to be appreciated. I don't know how many times I have to say this, but I think that I need to say it again and again and again because somehow some people still need to hear this. Africa needs to keep up on this footing. Africa needs to identify a problem and then pull the leaders together and then sit down and discuss about the problem. We do not have to always call the West to Africa with the least problem we have. We consider ourselves as independent nations. So we must be able to handle our problems ourselves. We cannot keep on running to the West with the least problem we have. That doesn't make us look capable of handling our own crisis. So you can see what the leaders are now thinking of doing. This is a very, very commendable step. I hope that each and every one of them will do their part in ensuring that we can find lasting peace in the DR Congo. I know it's not going to be something we achieve like now, but we can get it done. We need to keep working on it. We need to keep fighting to find a solution to the problem, one day at a time. Let's get to our next story for the day. The Public Service Commission of Kenya has disclosed the findings of its investigation, revealing the existence of 20,000 ghost employees on the country's public payroll. This revelation has resulted in an approximate loss of $40.3 million to the nation, as reported. In response to this concerning discovery, the Kenyan government has initiated an implementation of the Unified Human Resource System, This system aims to eradicate the presence of ghost workers by integrating HR and payroll data. However, it is seamlessly linked to the Kenya Revenue Authority's tax platform, facilitating accurate deductions for items such as pension funds and employee contributions. According to reports from local media outlets, the Controller of Budgets report for the period up to March 2023 highlighted payments amounting to shilling 5.7 billion that were made outside the approved payroll. Brothers and sisters, there is corruption in Africa, okay? There is corruption in Africa. And I just think that this 20,000 ghost employee might just be the tip of an iceberg. Might just be something like this. If they really want to do something, right? If they really turn the whole system upside down, they won't find just 20,000. There will be a lot more. There will be a lot more. And the people who are in charge of the system knows about all these ghost employees. Some of them are collecting the salaries of this ghost employee and putting them in their personal pockets, allegedly. It's not something new in Africa. It's everywhere. It's just like everywhere. And now they want to bring a new system in place. I don't think the new system will be the solution, because the people in charge of the data will just manipulate it if they want. I think the government need to figure out a way to stay ahead of this game, because it's just getting out of hand. It is just getting out of hand. And things like this get even worse because the people in charge do not do their job. The people in charge are aware of it. The people in charge get a cut from it, allegedly. So they are not motivated to rat out all these ghost employees. They are not. So we hope the Kenya authorities will take this very seriously, and they will try to stamp out these ghost employees from their system. So let's move to our next story for the day. During a conference on vaccine manufacturing in Africa, organized by the International Vaccine Initiative in Addis Ababa, Ethiopia, President William Ruto emphasized the critical importance of African nations producing their own vaccines to combat various disease pandemics. President Ruto highlighted the severe impact that the COVID-19 pandemic had on many African countries, emphasizing the urgent need for local vaccine production. He noted that during the global COVID-19 crisis, Africa faced significant challenges in accessing vaccine, which were in high demand worldwide. The president highlighted Africa's untapped potential in research capacity for vaccine manufacturing, expressing confidence in the continent's ability to produce its vaccines. Well, that is true. That is true. That is true. But will they do it? Will they do it? Because if you ask yourself that, what does Africa really lack? What does Africa lack? And why are we still behind in almost every single thing? Why? Why? Well, I can name a few. Ineffective leadership. That is one. Bribery and corruption. That is two. So, just these two alone can set a continent back to the Stone Age. Just these two things. They are very, very destructive. The worst is ineffective leadership. And that is the problem Africa has. Until we address this problem of ineffective leadership, we won't go anywhere. All this talking and running up and down won't get us anywhere until we we put our feet on the ground and decided to get serious. Without that, trust me, we won't go anywhere. We won't. But you guys out there, let us know your take on the stories we covered today on this show. And what is your take, overall take on Africa and the level of development in the continent? And if you were to be asked that, why is Africa still far behind in terms of development and every other thing? What would you say? Let us know in the comment section below. Because like always, we love hearing what you have to say. And please do not forget to like this video, share it, and if you haven't subscribed to this channel, please kindly do that because that really helps us and we shall forever be grateful to you. So thank you very much for doing just that. And like always, see you in the next one.